Vuyisa Lungana Daily. Welcome to love, welcome to the truth, and welcome to inspiration. A very warm welcome to you. Thank you so much for choosing to tune in and have a listen and get some inspiration with some truth from a very lovely place that is full of love. Thank you so much. Welcome to you. Media and the role that it plays, particularly in the South African context. That's where my focus generally is at this particular moment in time. I'm just looking at the media and the kind of role that they are playing. I understand, the media is the people that sort of act as a watchdog, for us, the rest of the public in society. They're watching everybody that they need to watch, more particularly the state and other organizations like the private sector and all of those things. And the role they play is to bring us the information that we need to make informed decisions. But in the current South African context, I think the media really should be pursuing and playing a more substantial role, in the sense that they need to be doing more, and they could be doing more as the media. And when I talk about the media as a member of the media, there's no other, well, let me say, there's no other big influencer. There's no bigger influencer within societies all around the world than the media. The media influences all of us more than anything else. It influences us more than the relationships that we have, more than the people that we know, more than even the stuff we've experienced, because we've got the media in our lives on a daily basis. You've got your phone, it's the television, it's radio, it's music. Media is one of the biggest influences, and as a reason for that, particularly for that reason, should I rather say, that's why I feel they need to be playing a more substantial role, more than just bringing us all this information from wherever and keeping an eye on the politics and all these state institutions. I believe the media has more to do. They have more significant role to play. I mean, the media are the people that are finding these stories. We are the ones that bring all this information to the fore, and we are the first point of contact when it comes to all such things. I mean, one very particular example that I'll speak about a bit later on, but for purposes of this discussion, I'll just use it as an example. The protest in Alex, the people of the first point of connection that those people had to the rest of society and the country was the media. And because of that, particularly because of that reason, I believe the media has more of a role to play, in the sense that the media itself can not just only bring us the information, but they can also be active in eradicating some of the issues that they bring forth to us. I mean, another example I will use, the story that's been covered in Alex, by various media entities. Why is it that those very media people that are there are not questioning those people in Alex who are protesting over service delivery? I mean, I heard somebody there in those protests complain about the fact that there's just so much malfeasance, like with the dirt and the sewage and all those things and the trash. And that particularly struck a chord with me, because I was like, as a media person there reporting on your story, my first question to you would be, what are you doing about it? I mean, the fact that you live here in Alex with all these shacks and all this dirt around you, are you waking up every day in the morning, and or are you at least spreading a message to say that, look, we need to clean this place up ourselves. We can't wait for the state or for government or for whichever mayor to come and pick up the dirt around our own spaces for us. Why is it that you are not, as an Alex resident, just waking up in the morning and saying, I'm going to clean Alex up and I'm going to mobilize 100 other people around me to do the very same thing? Why isn't the media asking those questions? And that's the more that I allude to when I say the media can definitely be doing more, and they can have a more holistic approach to every situation that they cover. So as a media practitioner, you don't just go somewhere to get the story. You go there to actually help out with whatever the problem is wherever you're covering that story. Now, for example, in Alex, for me, playing your part as the media would be to say, okay, look, guys, you're protesting here about such things. Aren't there things that you can do for yourselves? Like picking up the trash that's around your yard and stopping from littering. Those are the small things that you can do. Because ultimately, if you want somebody else to help you, you need to, in the first place, be helping yourself. Isn't it so? So that's how you do it. You invite all these people, you invite the state, you invite everybody else who wants to get involved in your plight and say, look, this is what I'm doing. This is what we are doing as the community of Alex. We are not just waking up in the morning and deciding to go burn tires and barricade the streets and the roads and all the such. No, 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 no. We are doing something for ourselves more than just protesting and voicing out our grievances. That should be one of the things that are further down the list of resorts, to say that no, let's first do this, and that, and then we go and cry to the state and whoever else that no, you need to come and help us in our plight. I think for me, that is the approach that should be taken. And the media has the role to play to say that, or rather to hold these protesting people accountable. And it's not just in terms of protest, but the media just holistically, in whatever story you tackle or story you uncover and bring forth to the rest of us. What have you done about it? Just, besides bringing the story to us. Because here's another element to the situation. Media entities are businesses. Businesses that have been established by this, well, in the current context of South Africa, most of them have been established by this white monopoly capital that we keep referring to. So why aren't we pointing fingers at this white monopoly capital and saying, look, you as a media entity, you as ENCA and whoever and ETV and all of those, just to mention a couple, or one entity, what are you doing with your profits? Are you buying mansions with your profits? Are you investing in more profits? What exactly are you doing with your profits? Are you, as you are reporting on all these situations, are you taking those profits that you are making as a media entity and plowing them back into the problems that you come and report to us about? Are you doing that as a media entity? And if not, then there's a real question and there's a real finger that needs to be pointed at the media. There's a real finger that we need to point at ourselves as media practitioners and as media members that, look, I cannot just, as a broadcaster, a great broadcaster at that, I cannot just talk about these things and voice them out and intellectually stimulate your mind and empower your mind. I cannot only just do that, but I need to say, okay, by doing that, look, I have made so much revenue. And really, am I going to take that revenue and now in the context, I keep emphasizing this, in the context of South Africa as it is at this current moment in time, would it be really justified for me to take whatever gains I've made from such a broadcast and spend them all on myself and go buy a Ferrari, go buy a mansion, and go buy some real estate somewhere? Would it really be justified? Because for me personally, I feel what's more justifiable is for me to take all these resources that I've managed to put together through, putting myself out there like this and plow them back into my community, starting where I live. Something small like fixing the road where I live, using my own money that I have made through my own strides to fix the pothole that is on my road, where I drive every morning. For me, that's what it's about. It's not just about saying, no, I bring the information to the people and the people decide and all of that. And no. That's not where it's at. When I say a more holistic role, that's what I mean. I mean, as the media, you definitely, somehow you declare profits, especially as a media organization. To name one that is very current and popular in all our spheres is ENCA, ETV. As ETV, you declare some sort of profit, definitely. You're not running that company at a loss. I'm convinced that company is running at a profit. But what are the people in control of those profits? What are they doing about those profits? Are they simply keeping those profits in their pockets or taking them somewhere offshore or in other offshore investments? Or are they investing them into more profits? Or are they plowing them back into the very same people they claim to serve, which is the South African society? Are you, as ENCA, doing anything about the situation you are reporting to in Alex? Is the question I have. And I'm not just, I'm not, because somebody would come and say, look, you are picking on ENCA, or picking on the media. No. That's not the thing. I'm just using them to emphasize the point that, look, as media practitioners and as media professionals, and not just us, everybody else, but particularly us, because we are the first point of contact with most things that we bring to society. Why is it that we are not playing an active role in eradicating whatever problems we bring? Because it's very easy. It's very simple. It's very easy for someone to say, look, there are all these issues, and what are you doing about them? And this is now the state that is being asked this question. But I think it's equally fair for the state to turn around and say, but you have identified this problem and you are bringing it to me. What are you and what have you done about it besides pointing it out and bringing it to my attention? You are equally a South African. You are equally a South African that is out here reaping the benefits of whatever it is that you're doing. What are you doing with those benefits? Are you just directly limiting those benefits to yourself, or are you lending a hand to the rest of the country? Are you in partnership with us as the state to really bring about some sort of difference? And look, man, that's just my general view. And that's just my plea to the media. And my pointing of a finger to the media to say, yes, you bring us all these stories and you bring our attention to all the atrocities that are happening, not just in our country, but all around the world. But as the media, what are you doing about it? Are you going there and really making a difference? Or are you just going there, collecting a story and coming back and making a profit?